Welcome back, everyone, to the ESL ESEA Pro League. It's time for the game of the day. Fingers crossed, and hopefully TSM versus Ninjas in Pajamas on Cash. Hopefully this is going to be a good one.
You see, the issue is, you said the game of the day. The last time they met, it was 16-3 and 16-1. That was either side, TSM and NiP. Now, NiP have lost 16-1 tonight to Flipside on Train. They also had a really close game with Fnatic, of course, 16-13. But Cash, very different thing, I guess you could say. TSM technically last time they played, which was back in May at the FACEIT finals, I believe it was. Back in May. TSM won 16-12, so you would favor TSM, especially after they just had their amazing victory at the Fragbite Masters Season 4. So they are definitely the stronger, it seems now, which is something you wouldn't say normally against the likes of NiP, who have been in every single major final to date. They always come out strong. Now, apparently, so the internet rumors are, they're on a bit of a boot camp for training for, I guess, for DreamHack. So you would think games like that 16-1 wouldn't falter them? I don't know. The one single smoke that was picked up there going straight across. Here we are, though. Pistol round on the way, Joe Miller.
Gonna be a good one. I've got faith. Don't let me down, guys. NiP, of course, winning that knife, starting off on the CT side. As TSM start to get in position. Here comes a flash through the smoke, and well, Forest there going down very, very early on in the round. Real nice little bit of teamwork there coming out of TSM. Keeping things slow for the start. They've got control of middle. And now this whole map is basically their oyster. There is Alu going to go up against KJB. Both of them going incredibly low. Alu down to just 4, but they've killed off the man on B. That means they can push in here now and surely get this bomb down. Get right, going to peek up, but he will go down as well to Dupree, and it's now all on Exist, basically. Alu was just finished off. Exist full HP. He's got armor, but he's up against 4.
Magnificent pistol start from TSM here. Exist really not a great deal it can do here. There's only KJB that is potentially low. Just managed to get the little tag on device. And Exist, not quite the second round out of bullets. I tell you what, KJB, if you check, he's just trying to run straight in. Crossfire was finally set up there. If he had a peek then, he could have picked himself up a triple. But as it was, solid there. TSM taking full control and going mid to B through tunnels, through vents. Tunnels, I've still got Mirage in my head. Going through the vents, perfectly played by TSM in the pistol. Double scout. Here we go. Freiburg exists. This is something the Na'Vi have been doing a hell of a lot of over the last month or two. Let's see how it works for NiP.
Double scout round 2. Full armor and head there for
the weird thing is
TSM,
it's not Alu.
though.
It's on Freiburg and Exist. It's not on Alu.
Well, it doesn't matter who it is as long as they hit the shots. That's all I really got to say about that one. You miss your shots, you're going to die, I'm afraid. He's got 1 AK, 2 Galils, and a couple of SMGs. Here comes that push. We see the shot coming in. There is the shot landing from Exist. Burnt a little bit there from that Molotov. But generally, you can say that part of this defense successful for NiP. They've managed to slow TSM right down.
Alu looked like he'd slowed down as well. I don't know what was going on with that on the Go TV, but the one tag in on Zipnix, Exist, still trying to keep hold of this one, knows that Carrigan is in the door, and GetRight's ready to pounce, ready to follow up on this one. Alu's got himself tucked in and mid, so he knows that there's nothing coming up mid. This is all coming from A main and Dorm. NiP are completely set up here. Freiburg, by the way, the other one with the scout, is set up at truck as well, so they have a great little crossfire set up on A side.
Oh, decided not to take the shot. Does actually take his second one, though. Didn't connect. Exist will finish off Zipnix, though. But they're in on this side now. But Freiburg will chime in with the headshot onto KJB. There is one dying on the top side, and only 2 men left now for TSM, and they've got no time. 16 seconds left. Freiburg getting tagged. Alu's going to come jerking his way around the back. Gets himself one. It's now all on Carrigan. What can he do? He pinned in with 5 seconds. Probably not a lot. He's finished off by Alu. And NiP gambling on that second round, it pays off for them, and they bring it to 1-1.
As soon as they heard that scout, as soon as that very first shot from Exist landed, it gave TSM doubt, and they just slowed right down at A main. They were like, okay, And it gave NiP the perfect crossfire opportunity. One at short to cover off Quad and the door, and second one at truck to cover them coming through main. And obviously, being the second round, they hadn't invested that heavily into smokes and flashes. They just expected the SMGs and rifles to do it for them. But that was a bit of a mistake by TSM after such a fantastic pistol round. That grenade, oh, that's going to land just above Carrigan and Device's head. Get a good tag on towards them. friberg's got himself tucked up. I think he was in vents, but he's dropped down. He's in over on B site. He's the only man there. KGB's going to get a look of him. Hello! Wow! Deagle, Hwandi from Dupree.
They need a couple more, and actually Dupree will get a second one. Forest and Alu now dispatched off by Dupree. And that now is shaky stuff for NiP. Get Right will take out Device, though. So that will slow them right back down again. 51 seconds. TSM again running the clock. It's going to be a B push here, though. We see the last three members of NiP pretty much spread out. One at truck A for a fast rotate back towards B. There's friberg just flashing himself out, but he was a little bit too early. He's going to go for it again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And there is the push coming out from friberg, but he's going to go down. He doesn't manage to get the kill, and it's now all on Exist and Get Right. Bomb has already made its way onto the site. That's a good grenade there from Get Right. They're all incredibly low here, but can this retake work out for them? Get Right tagged down to just 17 as well. The bomb now ticking away here, looking good for TSM.
They've got a great setup as well, but as you said, they're all incredibly low. The problem is that nobody's showing. Exist and Get Right, they want to make the play, but they've got to save the rifles, despite the fact TSM were all below 50 health. Well, apart from Carrigan on 58, but well, Zipnik's actually going to go looking for this one. Get Right just around the corner. He might find him if he goes into CT spawn, but he doesn't look like he wants to push it all the way. Precariously working his way in towards that. He knows there's going to be somewhere around CT, and it's Get Right ready and waiting.
Well, Get Right getting a cheeky little frag there towards the end. They're not actually going to be able to get back over to that position. So, well, it swings back. Pistol round for TSM. NiP win round 2 with the gamble.
Forest dropped.
And TSM pick up round number 3. And you rightly pointed out there, Forest disconnecting. Obviously had a bit of a crash there. He should be getting himself back in just a second. But, well, so far, the match of the day statement seems to be holding up.
Yeah, and the dangerous, obviously, situation for both these teams is when games like this swing back and forward, when it's round for round, economies are just in tatters.
Yeah.
And that's actually, obviously, makes probably the most entertaining games as well. Scout, I just saw popping into play there. It's going to get passed over to Alu. And it's going to be a double scout once again. So friberg invested in this one. It worked out in the second round. This time, though, they are against AK. So I don't expect TSM to quite be as careless. You can see they've got the full assortment of smokes and a couple of flashes in there as well. So this time they are much more prepared for NiP's tomfoolery. But they've got themselves three rifles to back it up. So pretty potent stuff for a fourth round buy for NiP.
Yeah, with those 2 that they managed to save from the last round, making it...
Here's a little boost. Oh, we failed it.
Missed.
Whoops.
Well, not going to cost
just backs
them too
away
much.
and like, nothing to see here. He's going to go for a second boost instead.
This one's a little bit easy. Just crouch in the corner. There is friberg. Doesn't get the head, but will tag KGB down to 30 health. So that little scout play on B working out so far. Bomb is still weighted towards that B side, but there are 3 from TSM, still more towards A, including one who's going to get boosted up. Will Alu get the shot off?
He's ready for it as well. It's going to be Device that's going to peek up. Smoke's going to come in. Now Device will peek, and he's going to try and get a little jump. It's possible, of course. He has got the scout. Jumping headshots, totally doable. friberg still lining up the second one. Flash at the perfect opportunity. Now... well, friberg's in trouble. Alu's going to come in support. So this is 2 scouts trying to defend the site. Gets a good tag on one, but now they know where he is. They're just going to rattle the shots into that corner. And it was all too easy for TSM in the end. Exist and Get Right, I think. Are they going to push it, or are they just going to try and save this one out? Get Right will find himself one. He's going to look towards Vents and maybe try and make a play. Exist is getting pushed by Dupree. Will manage to find him. So suddenly this is starting to get easier and easier for NiP. Can they possibly do it? Zipnik's ready and waiting for Get Right to drop down.
Well, let's see. He's going to be spammed up there by KGB, and it's now all on Exist. Bomb already ticking away.
No
Gets
way.
one, gets the second as well. Can he find Cajun B?
Cajun B's miles away.
Yeah, he is miles away. He's got to go for the defuse from this one. Has Exist actually heard it? He didn't. He came off there. That defuse not coming through, and Exist not going to get his chance. Cajun B just running out the time, and you can see Exist backing away. We'll pick up that M4 once again. The bomb will explode, and TSM are close, but they win round number 4 and go 3-1 up. Crazy stuff.
Well, I don't know how you count that wasn't a clutch. I'm not too sure, because obviously he was in a 1v3 and did manage to get 2 of them. But sadly didn't get the round from Exist. Actually has a 100% clutch rate in the ESL Pro League right now. In the last 15 matches they've played.
Until there.
Well, that's. I mean, do you count that one as, because it was still technically a 1v1. He hadn't finished, but you know, is that a win or is it a loss? I don't know how we count that one, but either way. He's played about, I think it's about 8 or 9 1v1s he's come out on top of, as well as a couple of 1v2s. Here we go. This time the boost works. That's what they were playing for last time. Exist managed to make it work. Get Right was the one that actually failed it last time around.
Oh, there's a drop down towards
there was too many shots going his way. He had to get out of there.
Yeah, just spamming it up is a surefire way to, even if you don't know someone's there, spam it up and, well, they'll either back away or you're going to tag them and they're going to be in trouble. Obviously, Exist is the only weapon actually on the map currently for NiP, so only him with that M4S from last round. TSM, of course, full assortment as they look to make it 4-1 here on the T side of Cash. So really good start, especially when you consider the fact that they lost that second round.
Yeah, absolutely. This one's going to be a tough one for NiP. They're trying to stack out B side, but unfortunately we can see on the minimap that it's definitely an A play. Get Right, the Soul Man with a single pistol, a hope and a dream, a wing and a prayer. Flashed out, that's going to run around the corner. Dupree's going to be the man that finds him, and it will be an easy pickup for him. The rest of NiP slowly coming around here, but Exist, I don't think he's going to want to lose this rifle. Will try and catch the man on boost, just trying basically a little bit of luck through the smoke, but the rest of NiP going to slowly walk the way. And so TSM, wow, they just all got taken really low. Carrigan's on 4, Dupree's on 7, Ice on 22. Forrest is going to be the man that goes looking for some exit kills here. Not quite going to find the last shot on Cajun B, Zipnik, sorry. And they're all going to back away. Alu, actually, if he'd have gone all the way around, he's obviously trying to save the rifle, but if he'd have gone around, he could have cleaned up there. Just the more you know when you've got the beauty of GoTV and Specline.
There's a classic scumbag Alu move there as well. He just sat there behind Exist, who's taking shots, just waits for him to die, collects his M4, and then buggers off into the B side to stay safe. So thank you very much, Exist, for sorting that one out for me. But that one will come through into this round. And of course, NiP now back with 4 rifles. Actually sending 2 or 3 men out mid here, so they're going to try and catch this boost out.
This could work as well. They may well catch them perfectly. There's one man, well, blinded, but the man that was closest, it was Exist that got himself one, but it was just a poor trade in the end of the day because they were all caught out. Now Get Right's position has been found. He's going to get taken down. Freiburg, the last man. TSM have got themselves a fantastic T-side start here. NiP struggling to really find anything to make this work. Freiburg gets the one, but Device is ready and waiting as soon as he comes around that corner. Not going to go into it. Realize the danger of the situation. Instead, he's going to get a peek on shortly. He may as well go for it because it looks like saving this rifle, money-wise, is pretty much going to screw everything. Zipnix is not caught out. He's a little worried. He's like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It doesn't matter. Freiburg will go down, expecting the flames to come his way, but instead it missed.
Yeah, I think just clipped the box there. And that will be 5-1 then to TSM. And again, 3 men up middle that last round for NiP. And you see the danger of it. A quick flash over the top, all 3 of them blind. You saw Forrest kind of looking left and right, completely whited out. And they're just easy kills for TSM to start off the round. And that means that NiP again got no money. And again, Alu pushing up middle. Again, he gets blinded by the flash. And he's taken out within a matter of seconds. I'm worried, Joe. I'm worried. I'm worried that our game of the day is going to be a complete damn squid right now. Because TSM are looking fantastic. And NiP, after having a devastating loss to Flipside already, I'm worrying what their mental situation is right now.
Thinking if we can't beat Flipside and we can't beat Fnatic, how are we going to beat TSM, the current LAN champions? LAN after LAN after LAN, honestly, they've gone on a bit of a roll. And we can see, of course, that there's boost coming in. Just Freiburg with a deagle. Get right with a deagle. And I hope that they can get something. TSM full control of mid, all going through the vents here. All into Freiburg. Come on, Freiburg, what can you do?
Well, nothing is the answer. Fires off one shot and then gets his head taken. But get right. He's going to have 2 smokes, basically, to push through.
Is he going to go for the surprise factor? He heard the bomb plant going in. Existor's going to go up high. Nah, not going to happen. Existor's got head armor. I would probably save it, but instead he's gone down.
Well, it leaves Get Right here with that deagle, and he doesn't get any further than that. Device will get around the back there from middle to finish him off, and that will be TSM moving up to 6-1. And yeah, maybe I jinxed it saying match of the day. I'm not sure. We're going to see 2 AWPs in play this round for NiP, so expensive one for them. They could really do with a few on the board. 6-1 down on the CT side here of Cash.
Yeah, there's problems for NiP, there's no doubt about it. This is the round they need to get themselves a decent score already. 9-6 is the best they can hope for, but that is a long way off right now. There's a flash. Alu trying to go close, and they're trying to go close once again. This time around, TSM are not in position to challenge them, not looking for that boost, the counter boost. Freiburg really close on Cajun B. I think they're going to push through. They'll flash through, get a little glimpse of the console, but we don't worry about that because Freiburg was in the perfect position, and suddenly this is a good start for NiP. Freiburg's going to rush on through. He's jumped straight into the flames. They know that he's there. And Dupree and Device carve open B side. Bomb plant in. And it's all on Existing Get Right to get the retaken. Sadly for them, Carrigan's ready and waiting.
And this is, I feel, a little bit unlucky in a way for NiP. They got off to a good start this time around. Then they lose the double. Existia trying to get through vents will be picked off. Get Right from the back, though, does manage to get one, but he's still got 2 men to find and not a whole lot of time. He's going to have to save again. I think we've seen 4 rounds, 5 rounds maybe even, where NiP, they've got to this 1 versus X scenario where if there was a little bit more time, you'd think that they'd go for it, but they've been forced to just back away and carry the rifles through to kind of protect some of that money that they've invested. 7-1,
what a start for TSM here on the T side. We saw NiP do similar against Envious in the semi-finals of ESL 1 Katowice and completely caught them off, and I actually got the chance to speak to Freiburg actually at half-time in that game as they went out for their usual breaks at half-time. And they basically said, just like TSM are doing right now, if it ain't broke, why change it? And TSM are just gaining control of mid pretty much every game. This time around, though, they've given it up. Ali's going for the counter boost with Existia, and he's actually going to find Dupree if he comes up and over the top. Oh, but Dupree comes out on top in the duel. And now TSM know that there's somebody else down there that's around, so they know that Alu's going to be nearby. They've got stacked out at B-side as well. And I'm afraid Freiburg is going to get very busy once again. That Molly just dipping in there, but the rest of the team are going to get really challenged now. Freiburg's got it all to do.
Well, he's going to use some flashes here.
Oh, they've rotated, they've countered, they've completely solved the dummy. Look at Get Right. Get Right's going towards B. They expect B, completely don't expect the change here. Alu will have caught a glimpse of one. Yeah, now they suspect it. Alu's making the run, but I think he's going to be too late. They haven't pushed through main yet.
Well, he's going to get a good flash in there. That will blind pretty much most of the push, but there's a nice little smoke down there. Is Alu to get one? Can he find any more? He does take down Zipnix, and it's now a 3-on-1 Device. Last man alive. Get Right surely will pick this one up. He does, with Cajun B there as well. And that will finally be around on the board for Ninjas in Pajamas. So losing so many on the bounce. It's now 7-2. And you see how much of a focus NiP are constantly putting on mid. They keep losing people there, though. Almost every single round, they lose the first man in. This time, Alu survived in middle, and you see what the power of, holding that middle area gives you. You can spot those rotations back around. Get Right was charging blissfully back towards B. If Alu wasn't in that position, that bomb would have been planted and it would have been a done deal.
TSM out-rotated themselves. That was absolutely They had 4 members in B in a 4v1. They'd won the duel in the mid. Like you said, Ali was the only man there, so they were basically in a 4v2. That's all they knew. The rotate came around, and then they were so heavy-footed going around that Ali caught wind of it. The rest of NiP got in perfect position. It was that should have been a TSM round. They sold themselves a complete kipper there, no doubt about it. Deviso wins the duel out against Alu. That's the opener. Exist has got himself in a good position, actually, at A main, but just caught a glimpse of Karrigan and Device, and has managed to rotate himself back out of there.
Oh, Forest didn't know which target to choose. He had 2 to pick from, and in the end got none of them. friberg here trying to hold on to his B-bomb site. Let's see if he can do it this time around. He can't. Cajun-B nails him. Out-aimed there for friberg. And again, it's down to Exist and Get Right to rotate over from A and try and stop this round going the way of TSM. I tell you what, they've taken a whole lot of time here. There's 30 seconds, and the bomb is going back towards A.
They don't care about the bomb. They want to get the kills. They want to get the weapons, and it's working out well for them. Get Right, the soul man. He's getting pushed from 2 positions here. Cajun-B coming around the back of him. Device was checking the front, which is what he's worried about. Now he's realized it, and he's held onto the rope very nicely. Oh, didn't quite land the second onto Device there. And he manages to flash his way out. He's going to go for a second peek. Second peek on Device. That's risky. Doesn't manage to land the shot. This time, well, they know where he is. dupree's going to be hunting him down. Device is hunting him down. Xyp9x is coming his way. Xyp9x is going to go through vents. dupree around the back. How is he going to hold on to this one with the bomb ticking? I'm not too sure. Xyp9x is going to be the best answer, but dupree's going to push at the same time and get a clear glimpse from the side. There we go. Easy shot for dupree in the end from the right-hand side of him. And 8-2 for TSM, which honestly could and should have been 9-1.
Yeah, and obviously that really now just completely throws NiP off for this next round. I'll see what they actually spend up here. I imagine it's going to be 100% eco. I do see a couple of pistols picked up there. CZ and a P250 for Forest and for Exist. But TSM, they've thundered the way over towards this B site already.
Yeah, friberg and Forest tucking themselves in. friberg's going to have to do some wonderful material here. Forest with the CZ could get 1, but once he has to go for that reload, yeah, I was going to say they can maybe get 1 or 2, but that's about all they were hoping for. Sadly for them, it wasn't to be. Karrigan with the MAC-10, by the way. Just want to point that one out. This is something we've seen from him before as well. Once he knows what he's up against, he knows that he's against pistols, there's no armor. Why not go for that MAC-10 instead and get yourself an assortment of cash and assists? So TSM in a really strong position. This could be 9-6 at best for NiP, and I don't even think it's going to be that much. I think we're looking at 11-3 or so, 11-4, sorry. That was a 1 frag I just saw. Who were you pointing out? Xyp9x.
And I just noticed he's got 1 kill.
dupree's on 17, Xyp9x on 1. Meh. You know what? And there's only 3 for Karrigan as well, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, Forest got 1, but they've lost 9 rounds, so that's obviously a little bit different. It looks like we're going to be having a bit. I don't know if this is a timeout pause here for NiP.
This is definitely a timeout. Gotta be. But the thing is, like, TSM are in that situation, as are, you would assume that NiP used to be. You know, look at Fnatic. You know, Fnatic have got that many players that can carry the team. I've cast a bunch of games where Karrigan's got 30+ kills. This time he's got 3 kills. Doesn't matter because dupree and Device are stepping up. Device always steps up, to be fair. He's a star player by a long way. But everybody on that team has their moments. I mean, Cajun-B had a 0-0-15, I think it was, or something like that at one of the Face It event where they actually won the tournament anyway. So it doesn't matter. As long as someone steps up and, you know, when they're running through NiP like they are right now, it's a case of who can find the frags first more than anything, I think.
I think Xyp9x just like, come on, guys.
Give me one.
Just let me have 1 or 2. Just 1 or 2, that'll be fine. I mean,
tell you what, if he's
only got 1 assist as well. Usually, you know, the guy that's only got 1 kill at this stage of the game's got about 10 assists, and he's just like, 20, I'm just unlucky.
If he hits 20 by the end of the game, I'll start calling him Xyp9x.
Okay.
We'll see.
You've heard it, Xyp9x. That's what it takes. You got to drop a 20 bomb with only 1 frag, 11 rounds in.
It's not that bad. You know, it's still doable. It's got the CT side to go, so we'll see. It's a big ask. Anyway, pistols versus rifles. This is probably going to go the way you expect. They've gone very aggressive on B. They've tried to stack out, but it's given Cajun-B and dupree a hell of a lot of kills. Exist is pushing through. Carrigan will find him. And as you would expect, a simple round for TSM there, 10-2. So, here we go. Rifles. What are we going to do, NiP? What are you going to do? It's going to be the AWP for Alu. Everybody else on the M4s. Freiburg sticking with the M4A4 as well. I pointed out that Pasha's been doing the same as well on Virtus Pro earlier today. I really don't know how NiP are going to get out of this situation. 10-5, the best they can hope for on CT side, on a CT-sided map. Effectively, Forest gone full on aggression, pushed right up in the smoke in mid.
Well,
oh, they're pushing Squeaky so fast.
I was going to say, that's like the one round where they don't put a big onus on holding the boost and getting control of mid. They rush over towards this A bomb site, but they've not actually come out. So Forest might still be able to fill his boots here in mid. Oh, Alu will hold on the 8 there from the back, looking into main.
They're going to do set smokes on
as well.
Set smokes on B. They're setting up at the back at the moment. So both Carrigan and Dupree are about to throw out the smokes. The boost as well going to come through, so it's going to be mid and B. Everything onto A site. A site, sorry, not the B side, and where I'm pulling B from. I guess you could try and throw smoke to B there.
There's a thing called a roof.
Yeah, there's a thing called a roof that might go their way. But here we go. Here's the set smokes. TSM, A play. Alu, get right, exist. They're all set up for it. Is it going to work?
Well, let's find out. Flashes coming in for this one. They've only got 30 seconds, so counter flashes. Smokes, Molly's going to be big in this scenario. There's Get Right at the forklift. He can't get the job done. Actually, he can. It was him up on the top there. I would think I was looking at Exist down below him. Get Right gets 2. 20 seconds still to plant the bomb. There is Alu. Misses the shot as he drops off. I don't think he actually meant to maybe drop off as he was taking the shot. There's a nice little molly onto him just to keep him out of range. And with 6 seconds to go, the bomb plant is going to kick off here. Freiburg does take out Cajun. It's a 2-on-2.
It's a 2-on-2, but NiP now with it all to do. They know that Alu's coming. He's coming up close and personal with the AWP as well. But if anyone backs up, they're in trouble. Zipnix will find him first. Remember, he's only got 1 kill so far.
That's it.
I tell you, he's got 2 in this round already. Yeah, Alu just... He's in a situation where he could have done with picking up an M4 or an 8K, to be honest. But 11-2. This is serious. Zipnik's up to 3 kills. he's on the way. He's on the way.
There's no way he's going to hit 20.
Well, unless somebody tells TSM and they suddenly start giving him all the kills.
Filter all the kills.
But 14k for Device. 9 on 14k for Zipnix as well. They all have a whole chunk of change. They've only got about 5 or 6 deaths apiece as well, so they're in such a solid situation. Zipnix going for it. You know what? He wants the kills. He's going for the kills. He gets himself 1. Not going to get the second. Get Right will answer that one, but just Freiburg and Alu with the scouts to hold off TSM.
Yeah, that's not going to happen either, I feel. 1 in each site.
3-on-2, maybe, just maybe they get lucky, but Device could get tagged down. He's only got the AWP. He's only got 36 health, but if it's Cajun or Carrigan, they're in trouble. Looks like it's going to be a B play. They're edging that way. Freiburg's actually pulling away from B site as well. So he's going to look towards mid, where Carrigan is currently, but he's going to be at the vent, so we won't be able to get a glimpse on him. And Device and Cajun B already working their way into B site.
Oh, there you go. Just heard the vent pop, so he's going to call that one in.
Alu's
not moving, though. Yeah, finally he will move. And there come the smoke. So chances not high of NiP pulling this round off. Could certainly do with a different assortment of weapons there. We see that the FAMAS was picked up, swapped out for his scout. But time's ticking here. I don't think NiP have even got the time.
Yeah, I think Freiburg wants to try and collect an AK, but, well, as you saw, Carrigan was ready and waiting for him. They're trying to collect anything. Freiburg, oh, wow, Device is going to see them both. Alu's going to go for it. Will get away the AWP if he can collect that and run away. No, not quite. Carrigan's not letting him get away that lightly. Freiburg, after collecting the AK, did manage to get the 1, but Carrigan just running to the bomb. 12-2. What a T-side score for TSM here. They are destroying Ninjas in Pajamas.
Yeah, I apologize for completely jinxing this game.
You did it. You said it. I mean, literally, we should have guessed that our game of the day was going to be Hellraisers versus Penta.
Luckily for us, they're going to play again after this.
Yeah, so you guys want to watch that because it's going to be a great game.
Yeah, last one, 16-14. TSM NiP clash, not quite living up to its name so far. There's Exist with a P90. If you can't get it done with a Scout, an AWP, an M4, a FAMAS, say balls to it and pick yourself a P90 up and Russian.
The gun that can do everything. Alu also on the P90 as well. They bought literally everything they could, but 12-3, the best they can hope for is still a horrendous CT-sided score, honestly. Carrigan's going to come through straight in Freiberg's face, and what? Carrigan comes out on top through the smoke. A duel that he should never be winning there, but when things are going your way. Exist is in a great spot, by the way. They might not expect him because Carrigan's already come through. Oh, they're still going to molly him out. They're still going to check there. As well you should, you know. There's a reason that these guys are currently champions of a number of lands. Forest, though, just running them through, finding Zipniks. And now, with just Carrigan on 3 health, we'll go down to Forest. 12-3 will be the first half score, but that is still not a good score.
Scratching my beard.
That shows you
in wonder of how this is going down.
The sheer excitement that you were faced with.
I forgot that we were switching to us at half-time.
I was ready.
What's going on here?
Pondering the situation.
But yeah, funny, isn't it, really? I mean, they tried all kinds of stuff. 3 men in middle, pushing out a bit on A, pushing out a bit on B, nothing working for them, and it's the good old P90 that actually opens up around for them there at the end. But 12-3, not impossible by any means, but let's be honest, a horrific CT side from NiP there.
I'm just excited to see Zipniks get his 20th kill right now. That's all, honestly.
Nope,
that's about all we can hope for. If the pistol's picked up by TSM, I think it's going to be another horrific score for NiP tonight. It's a bad night for NiP, no doubt about it. If they're in the gaming house or Inferno Online or wherever they're boot camping right now in preparation for DreamHack, then they are going to look at tonight and think, okay, guys, we have some work to do.
Or just say, you know what, guys? F that night. I don't care about this night anymore because we lost 16-1 to Flipside. Currently looking like they're going to lose 16-2, not a lot against TSM. So definitely not being NiP's night so far. But we shall see. Maybe NiP are going to put out a monstrous T side and prove us all wrong. For now, TSM set up with Device having a peek towards the boost. And they throw a nade which doesn't quite connect for them. If he naded there now, it'd be freebies for him. It's a lot of damage you could do with one nade. Get right, having a look towards the A site as well. In fact, we'll start off the smoke train. So NiP planning something last minute here by the looks of things. Oh. And Zipniks has started things off, taking down Forest and Carrigan.
They've not rotated. Carrigan's in a perfect position. Yeah. Oh, he really needed to land that one, but the tags were actually coming from, I think it's Get Right down short there. Caught him by surprise. Dupree just on 11 health. This is a good round for NiP. They're pushing well into sight. They've got to deal with Dupree in the corner. They do. Carrigan and Device pinning them off here.
No.
Not going to quite work out for them, but Carrigan could. They're both on nothing. No health at all. But Carrigan can't land the shot. Device on full health. Alu, 19, Freiberg. Oh, and he's done it. He's done it, surely. They're both on nothing. He's going to get tagged up. He just has to push on through. They're just dancing around the box. He can't get a vision of them. He knows there's one at the back, which is why he doesn't want to risk it. Pops up, doesn't manage to land it. Oh, he can't find a target. Oh, my God. Alu, little twinkle toes around the box there, manages to pick up the round for NiP, but oh, Device. When you're going to look at the replay and think, God, if I was just more aggressive, just gone for it.
Yeah. Actually, I thought that what was going to happen there is going to go to the site, get around, just going to tech 9 him in the back of the skull. But
he did the hard work.
Yeah, he did the hard work, killed the guy with a tech 9 on full HP, and couldn't quite, what was surely just one bullet, I think, for each man to take him down. Didn't work out. But that's the lifeline here for NiP. They've gone with 3 AKs, MAC-10, and a Galil, so throwing a lot at this round. And, well, we saw in the first half how that one went. TSM 1 pistol, NiP 1 round 2. That was one of only 3 rounds that they did win, funnily enough, in that entire first half. for now, set up more towards A. One's at Dort. The rest of them coming now towards main. So this is going to be an A push for NiP. This could be a big grenade from Dupree. If it lands at the feet of those three men, they've actually pushed right up into it, and it's a good chunk of damage, but Dupree burnt out there, and now we'll have to change position. Here comes the push. Forest going to be knocked down low. They're all flashed up there. This is super dangerous. They managed to kill Forest. Alu is up close there as well. He will die to Device, and it's now a 3-on-2. They've not got any weapons, but they're spreading out positions perfectly. Now Freiburg, 1-on-2. They're both at half HP there or thereabouts. It's doable, but the clock's working against Freiburg as well.
Oh, but again, they're dancing the position. He is going to go full on aggression. Now he has a big advantage over Device. Device just around the back of Quad. They know that he's there. He's going to creep on. Device comes out on top, and NiP cannot even take down the eco of TSM. Oh, that second round. How many times has it come to haunt teams? And, well, 13-4. They have themselves a gigantic advantage to close out the game now. NiP have to save. They're only going to take 9s.
Well, I mean, that's the point where you definitely do say F this night, because, you know, you've done the hard work there. You got yourself that pistol round in. You end up losing then to basically the CZ beast work there. And all a little bit annoying here. Just feels like it's not NiP's night whatsoever. A massive comeback would be needed at this point for them. TSM quite happy to just sit back and let NiP do the pushing. They know there's one man at door, and they'll kill him off straight away. That was Device onto Exist. Main has a couple of men there as well, but it's basically just a duck shoot as soon as they appear. Oh, nice little dink there onto Device, who says, right, I'm not peeking anymore now. 6 health. Someone else can do that. Freiburg coming around from middle. He'll be dispatched of as well. It's just Get Right who's, well, dead is the answer to that one. Dupree had already come around from that B side, and that is 14 rounds to 4. 12 in a row for NiP to win this one without overtime. It's not going to happen. It's
a bad night for NiP fans, that's for sure. They have not played well tonight. Whatever they've changed, whatever they've adjusted, maybe in the gaming house, maybe they're just changing a few things around, trying some things out. It's possible they could be trying stuff out tonight. That's, you know, I haven't studied their tactics enough to know whether they've physically gone for a change. Certainly didn't look like they had on the CT side. They were all playing their fairly standard positions, so, you know, Alu in mid, Get Right and Exist up on A side, Freiburg and Forest on B. So it was pretty standard stuff from them in this game. So it doesn't look, but you never know. You never know. In the background, there may be something they've purposely tried. Set smokes from NiP will make the way in towards A site once again, but they're in good position, but sadly they are up against AKs.
Just a plant at this point, and things would be heavenly for NiP. Get a bit of money in the bank, but even that might struggle. They do finally get that one down, but they're all one by one going to be picked off here. There is Alu finished off by the FAMAS of Cajun B, and they fight for the points on the defuse. That's how many points they're racking up today.
I'm going to get my rank!
It was Cajun that was given it in the end, so, you know, good for him, good for him.
Okay.
Well, that's 15-4 now, and we're going to see NiP finally, I say finally, with the money to buy. They've not really got that much money to buy in this round either. They'll force it out with a Scout, 3 Galils, and an AK to try and keep them in the game.
Yeah, big game from everyone here on TSM.
Except Zipnix.
No, well, he's got up to 10 now. He's doing all right. Yeah, he's doing all right. He could go for the ace here, but he's still only going to get 15. But there's Carrigan starting things off, spoiling that party. That grenade's going to find its target as well. Oh, no, just missed out there. I got to be honest, Forrest has only got himself 3 frags. So that shows how weak the B site for A 4, just a spite. That just shows how much trouble they had on B site and A site. They just had trouble all around the map, honestly. TSM just Get Right to find here, all alone in mid. He's getting tagged up. Dupree's not going to chase. Zipnix will. He's going to be the last command that gets the kill. And there it is. Such an absolute demolition. TSM on NiP there. It's a long, long way off the NiP of old where you'd see them pushing every team tooth and nail. It just seems something wasn't right tonight for them. You know, whereas TSM, they're coming up against TSM, arguably the best team in the world tonight, and it showed.
Yeah, I mean, they took a heftier defeat to Flipside, who are certainly not the best team in the world. They're currently sat at the bottom of the ESL Pro League with just one win to their name. I think today would be a good night for any team to try and get some wins off NiP, because, you know, once you've lost 16-1 in a game that you're expected to win, 100% to win.
I don't think do they play any more games?
You know,
I hope not.
I guess they've probably just rescheduled everything for tonight, if that is the case, because, yeah, just not the night at all for NiP today. They just didn't show up. They were just not good.
That was awful. That was awful, honestly. Not the sort of thing you expect. NiP fans wouldn't expect it. But TSM just proving why they are, you know, currently the champions. Effectively, you know, they've gone strength to strength. A lot of people just saying, well, that's because they're Fnatic's bogey team. Not really. I mean, they are, but they're also just a very good team right now. They've got over, once they've got over that hump that they've always had of not quite managed to make the final, not quite able to get the win. Now that's gone out of the way. That mental block that they had is completely gone. The wheels are off. They are just flying through every team right now, and it showed. TSM were incredible again. And
for NiP, we've also got to bear in mind that, you know, they have been trying out new stuff. This is a start to the crazy season that we're about to have, where, you know, you've got almost every weekend another event. Like, this is the time where they have to be trying out new stuff, where they have to say, okay, you know, we went for this on train against Flipside. We got battered 16-1. Let's not do that at any official tournament ever again, because it just didn't work out for us. So for NiP, yes, you know, it's a big loss to TSM here, and at the end of the day, they're sat third in the league, and they could really have done with those points, because TSM have now got themselves a 6-point lead actually right at the top. But I think for NiP as well, they've probably been trying out some new stuff and looking at this as training for the upcoming craziness as the event season. I
mean, that's what we can hope for. That's what we can hope. They've gone into tonight and tried things out. The flip side of that is, no pun intended, they've just had a really crap night, and they are all together in a venue. This should be the time that you absolutely spank everyone. TSM said themselves after winning Fragmite Masters, that's it, we're going to take a little break, we've got exams coming up, and we need to take the heat off a little bit. If that's them taking the heat off, NiP got some serious troubles.
I don't even count that. It was close enough to Fragmite that they're still on, you know, glory mode.
Course, yeah,
glory mode, schooling NiP in that game, that's for sure. But we have one more game coming your way. Game of the day, possibly, maybe, let's hope. Coming up next is going to be another Hellraisers versus Pentaclash. This time will be taking place on Cash. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back very, very shortly with that one here in the ESL ESEA Pro League.